gives a lot of instructions. Alright, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to another YBGuy video. I'm your host, YellowBackpackGuy. And today is ride 4. Actually, this afternoon is ride 4. Ride 3 was this morning. And now we're on ride 4 of the Forcite Mark 1 Founders Edition helmet. And we're going to test out the, hey, what up? What up? Today we're going to test out the navigation system. It's running already. It's got lights going. If you make a left turn, the light's kind of on the left side. You make a right turn, it's got a little indicator on the right side. It's kind of neat with this this light bar inside the helmet, heads-up display, so to speak, like a simple heads-up display of lights to give you some advice. Also, battery life. We are still running on the same charge that we were running on since we first started a couple days ago. So this is ride number 4. The last ride was about 40 minutes as well, like between 40-45 minutes. And we started off the day at about 68% battery life. Ended the morning ride at, I think it was around 50% battery life, give or take, maybe like 48-50%, something like that. And when I turned it on this afternoon, I think I left it on just a little bit. I turned it off once I got to my desk, so I think it was just kind of idling, not running like video record mode, but it was idling a little bit. So I lost a few percent. I think when I turned it on this afternoon, when I first started, it was at 45%, but we're on ride number 4. That's all we're going to need to get through. I'm not going to run this thing all the way down. I just want to see if I can get through ride number 4. I want to see if I can get through ride number 4. And that'd be pretty good. 2 whole days of commuting without charging. That'd be pretty sweet. And we're recording at least 1080p at 30 frames per second. I don't think it's set for 60, the current recording mode, from looking at the footage, but I'll check that later. For science, for testing purposes, for the community. It's cool. Oh, it's wigging out a little bit. Don't know why. Is the wind causing that? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, there was a motorcycle police officer earlier. I don't want to scare this guy. Did it say GPS signal lost? We'll see. Windy. I mean, the helmet's not windy. The helmet's loud. I know I keep saying this. A lot of movement in the traffic. But not hearing any navigation at the moment. Wow. It's flat. Helmet flat. I kind of lost the voice communication. Not my voice, but the little person is cutting in and out. The navigation instructions. That's too bad. Once again, this is the Forcite Mark 1 Founders Edition helmet. Recording live from Livermore, California. And the grass is getting greener day by day since we've gotten some rain here the last couple weeks. GPS signal lost. I wonder why. There's plenty of GPS signal to go around over here. No, it smells like barbecue. I feel the navigation is a little bit distracting. Kind of on top of it. I mean, for part of the reason of it kind of cutting in and out. So I think I'm going to turn it off. But I don't have the remote. So I'm going to make a quick exit over here. Take a breather for just a moment. Cancel this. Yep. Cancel navigation. Wow, the guy in the trailer caught up. So I've turned off navigation. It didn't seem to be working very well. Hour. 3 miles an hour. So earlier I had to turn off the navigation. It was not navigating very well. I mean, when it was working, it was okay. But like, the person was cutting in and out. Might have something to do with Bluetooth connectivity. Maybe I need to do an update on my phone, might help. Got a Google Pixel 4a 5G. And maybe it requires an update. Maybe the helmet requires an update. I have to double check the firmware version to see what we're at. See where the helmet's at, see where the phone's at. Probably could use an update or two. We'll see. But yeah, it wasn't working pretty well. Well, it wasn't working too well. Like it was cool to see the colors like coordinate with, oh, right turn up here, you see a little light blink to the right. Left turn up here, light blinks to the left. That's cool. Like a little green, little yellow, a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow on the light, on the indicator. But yeah, we'll have to do some more updates before we test that feature out again. Anyone out there in the Forecite community know if there's any voice commands? Is there any voice commands we can do? Such as making a phone call with voice, or be able to pick up a phone call with voice. That'd be pretty cool. That would be a handy feature to know, or handy commands to know. The grass is starting to get green. Getting greener. Once again, this is the fourth ride, or ride number 4 on the Forcite Mark 1 Founders Edition. Riding back to Brentwood, towards the Brentwood. It's about 70 degrees out right about now, and sunny. We got a headwind, that makes it loud. A little bit of traffic buildup. Pretty clear out, easy to see. You can see the windmills are moving. It's a weird wind this time of day. It's coming from the east. Even with all the air vents closed, I feel like there's still quite a bit of airflow coming through the helmet, which I don't think is bad. But I think if we could like slow the airflow down a little bit, it'd probably be a little less noisy. Just observation, observe and report. And I found there to be 6 vents, at least 6 vents. You got 2 on the left and right side, or left and right front of the chin area, 2 left and right on the forehead area, 1 big vent near the middle of the forehead area, and 1 big spoiler vent on the back side of the helmet, on the back side of the head, upper head area. So that gives us 6, I think. 1, 2, chin, 3, 4, forehead, 5, front forehead, 6, spoiler. Maybe there's a couple more, but those are the ones I found. I found 6 air vents. And just from feel, without putting it on the scale, the helmet's really light. I mean, it feels light with all its having all the electronic components and such that are in the helmet. I mean, it's carbon fiber. That really like changes the game for sure. Now the trick is to like try and figure out how to make the carbon fiber a little bit more quiet. But I know that's a tall order. That's a tall order to ask. Even if it was just a few grams heavier, like with a little bit more padding or something of that nature, that would be okay. Especially if it comes in the form of bigger speakers. I haven't tested the music out. That's yet to be determined. We'll try that at some point. Right now, we're still just riding around. I mean, we have a destination. We're trying to, this is a commute home from work. But we're still just observing and reporting the fit and finish, the feel, the noise levels. Tried to do the navigation, but it was having some technical difficulties. Part of it might have been my GPS signal, which is strange. Like, I've used the GPS before and it seemed fine, but it was reporting that it was lost. So I might have to check on updates with the Mark 1 and also updates with the phone, maybe to get it all kosher, to get it all more happy, more up to date, to see if it will run better. Man, this guy's on my tail. On my tail. Fast traffic. That's the scary kind of traffic sometimes. The helmet still has new fabric smell. I like it. I like it. So when you get this helmet, I mean, to me it smells very nice. Got that new fabric smell. And for all the electronics involved on board of this helmet, it feels rather light. It definitely feels lighter than my Built Blaze helmet, but I think it might be lighter than my GT Air, my Shoei GT Air helmet as well. The only way to really put that to the test is throw it on the scale. Oh, they're checking the lines. Look at that, you can see that. I saw a PG&E car. That's our Pacific Gas and Electric. They're the electrical company up here in Northern California. And looking straight ahead, they are on some massive boom lift. They're on some massive boom lift, checking out the high voltage. Checking out the high voltage lines. You see that? Ooh, man. I hope they get paid. I mean, get paid. Whoa. That's serious. That's serious work. The visibility out of this helmet is fine. Probably due to the electronics near the chin area. I think they do take up quite a bit of space, along with like having a light bar down there. So I think you lose a little bit of visibility you'd normally have down at the bottom chin area. Like, I think normally there'd be a slightly bigger field of view without all that stuff there. And the light bar that, you know, is giving, they have to like split the difference. Like, where should we put a light bar indicator to give you like more, you know, to give you more information. So that's understandable, but it's not really in the way. It's just like if I were to compare it, visor to visor, I think the GT Air and Built Blaze have a bigger, like a larger visibility area out of the windshield, out of the wind visor. But it's not bad. Like, I can see a lot of stuff. I can see in front of me, to a little bit to the left of me and right of me. It's not bad. It's good. The record bar that blinks every 5 to 7 seconds or so, that kind of fades in and out red. When you're riding home or like during the day, it's not very distracting at all. It's just kind of a little pulsating red light, and it's not a big deal. It's more of a big deal if you have to ride at night or ride like really, really early in the morning when it's still really dark outside. That's a little bit distracting. Almost even has a slight glare. So it's probably a good idea to figure out how to turn that down or just turn it off. And I feel like I passed by a setting in the smartphone app that lets you do that. I think I might have been dreaming it, but I'll have to check that out later, because I think that's an option. I think you can turn off the light if you need to turn off the light for safety purposes. So then you just gotta remind yourself, hey, better turn off that recording, because you won't know if you're recording or not. Or, I mean, you should remember that you were recording. But yeah, if you don't have a little indicator light to tell you you're recording, there's a slight chance you might forget it. You might forget to turn your recording off, so you might get extra unneeded recording that you weren't meaning to record. So it's a trade-off, but that's a trade-off I'm willing to take, I think, for a morning commute. I know I'm recording, or should be recording. So yeah, to turn off the light bar for safety purposes, it's good. That would be a good feature to have, and I think it does have that feature. We will check that out later. And Dewey rides. I know you mentioned that yeah, the video audio isn't quite up there to par yet with the the GoPro Heroes of the world and the Purple Pandas of the world. But for an all-in-one package, this is like, I think, the best so far out of the 3 helmets. I'd say with the Jarvis video, it's pretty close. Like, I think they're both pretty I think they're both pretty good in that department as far as like video recording capture. But yeah, I believe right now, as of right now, even though this helmet is a little bit noisy because it's carbon fiber, and oh doog, woof, playing it safe. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think it was along the lines of Jarvis, and the Forcite Mark 1 video quality is very comparable, with the Center Momentum Pro falling off. That one's just like, it's too digitized, too grainy, too choppy, I think just from, I haven't compared these side by side, all three. I mean, maybe we have to do that someday. It could be a potential test. And not to bang on the Center Momentum Pro, it is what it is. It's a less expensive helmet though too, so you know, you get what you pay for. But as far as audio quality between the Center Momentum Pro, the Jarvis X, I mean, and the Forcite Mark 1 Founders Edition, I think the Forcite Mark 1 Founders Edition beats out because I can just speak in my regular voice. I don't have to whisper, I don't have to yell. I just talk normal and it can pick it. I'm pretty confident it'll pick it up. There might be some wind noise here and there, especially because this is a windy place. And we're doing, like, you know, in many instances, we're doing 60, 70 plus miles an hour, which is, you know, 100, 120 plus kilometers an hour. I mean, that's pretty fast. I know it's not track fast, but if you watch a lot of like moto vloggers, a lot of them are recording at slow speed. They're recording at stop signs, street lights, slow speed, you know, city streets, and all that good stuff. But yeah, audio quality quite solid on the Forcite Mark 1. I mean, I think it is. I think it's pretty solid. It's funny, like when I play back the recordings, it's so authentic. It actually sounds, it kind of sounds like I imagine it would sound inside of a helmet. It sounds like the sound you'd hear out of someone talking out of a helmet, which I think is a good thing. I mean, it's very realistic, which is kind of funny because it's the first playback, like sound playback that I've heard that makes me feel like I'm really, like, that's my helmet voice. Like, I played it back, I'm like, I think that's why I like it so much, because I'm like, yeah, that's what it sounded like to me in my head. I heard all that wind, and I'm hearing the wind on this recording, and yeah, I know it's not the most ideal situation for a super pro vlog, you know, for the end user. Like, maybe the end user doesn't want the full authentic, you know, experience of what you're going through. Like, maybe they want to hear what you have to say more than like feel what you're feeling on your ride, which sounds weird, but I don't know. I mean, it's all subjective, I guess. But like, I know with the Purple Panda GoPro Hero 4 setup, that Purple Panda's pretty slick. That sounds like the Purple Panda playback is way cleaner than like my ride. Like, a lot of times I ride like a train wreck disaster best of wind, and the Purple Panda can somehow magically just filter a lot of that out. I mean, it's amazing. Like, the Purple Panda, top notch for the money. That is a nice microphone. I mean, that is a solid microphone. There's my visor. Wow, that is a dark. Okay, this is my first time using the sunshade, the fold down sunshade. And it's the first one, I think, available on all the smart helmets I've tried out of the Center Momentum Pro, the Jarvis X, and the Forcite Mark 1. Like, this is the first one that has a flip-down visor. They're able to put a flip-down visor inside this helmet with all the extra wires, speakers, camera, lights. That's tight. Well done, Forcite, well done. And like, I live in sunny California. Like, you didn't need that visor. That's what that kind of stopped me from using the Center Momentum Pro, is because it didn't have the flip down visor. Like, there wasn't too many, like, you could only really ride it on a day that you knew would be overcast all day. But I don't like rain too, so to find the overcast day that it's not gonna rain situation, that's like not very many days like that, like where I live here. I'm not really complaining, I like the weather, but it just makes it a little less practical. Man, look at this. Really? Let's scare this guy. still recording? Am I talking to myself? Nope, looks like it's still recording. I see the little red light. That's the one thing that'd be a trade-off. It's like, you'd just be like, I hope I'm recording. If you had it in incognito mode with the light off, that'd be alright. I mentioned once before, like in video, I don't know, it was one of ride 1, 2, or 3 with the Forcite, where it would be cool if you could change the interval of the little blinky red light. That would be cool too. They've been working on that building for a long time. Alright, I think that concludes our video for today of ride number 4 using the Forcite Mark 1 Founders Edition. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and I hope to see you again at another YBGuy video sometime soon. And if you felt that this video was entertaining or informational, could you please give it a like? It really helped me out. I'd really appreciate it. If not, if you thought it was no good, give it a dislike and leave a comment down below. But if you give it a like, you can leave it a comment down below too if you have any questions. Either way, comments, likes, dislikes, comments, it's all good. Just yeah, let's have a chat. Anyhow, awesome. If you're not subscribed yet, you can do that, but it's no big deal. I mean, if you want to get more, definitely if you want to like see more videos that have been filmed with the Forcite Mark 1 Founders Edition, that would be a good reason to subscribe, because I'm hoping to put a few more videos out with this helmet if I get a chance. If it doesn't rain, it's pretty clear out today. But yeah, thanks again, and hope to see you at another YBGuy video sometime soon.